Welcome to The Explainer. You know, AI has gotten ridiculously good at telling us stuff. But what if it could actually show us instead? Well, today we're diving into a huge update from Anthropic's Claude that's doing exactly that.
So have you ever had this happen? You ask an AI for help, right? Maybe it's some code or you're trying to understand a complicated idea, and what do you get back? A giant wall of text. It's just too much, and half the time it's not even what you really wanted. Yeah, exactly. It's like asking for directions and getting a novel-length list of turns instead of just, a map. And for the longest time, that's been a real problem with these language models. They are awesome at telling, but they've been pretty bad at showing.
All right, let's get into it. This whole telling versus showing thing gets super frustrating, especially if you're a developer or a creator. Let me show you a perfect example of where this whole system just falls apart. Okay, so a lot of developers use this cool tool called Mermaid. You basically write some code and it spits out a diagram. The problem is, an AI might give you code that looks totally right, but then you go to use it and poof, nothing. It's just broken. It won't render at all. And this quote just nails the problem, right? The AI gives you this block of text, promises you a beautiful diagram, but it just doesn't work. And guess who's left cleaning up the mess? You are. You're stuck debugging the AI's mistake. What a colossal waste of time. So what if we could change that? What if the AI could just break out of that text box and start building interactive, dynamic visuals right there inside the chat?
Well, that's pretty much the whole idea behind Claude's new feature. We're not talking about it spitting out a static image like a JPEG or something. No, this is about building little, interactive tools and experiences right on the fly, right when you need them.
And the way it works is just so smooth. You can literally just ask it, hey, can you draw me a diagram of this? Or, what's even cooler, sometimes Claude just figures it out on its own. It'll decide, you know what, a visual would be way better here than a bunch of words.
And this is where it gets really, really cool for all of us. Think about it. Instead of reading 20 steps on how to change a tire, Claude can just show you an interactive diagram. Instead of a boring list of elements, boom, you get a clickable periodic table you can actually play with. It just makes learning about complicated stuff fun and super simple.
Okay, so those examples are fun, but now let's talk about the really powerful stuff. This is where we move beyond simple explainers and into some serious applications for developers. This is where the AI stops being just an assistant and starts becoming a true creative partner. So, remember that annoying mermaid problem with the broken diagrams? Well, check this out. You can now teach Claude a skill. It can actually use a tool to check its own code before it shows it to you. It finds the mistakes, fixes them itself, and only then does it give you the final working diagram. That ability to self-correct, that is a huge, huge deal.
And the creative power this unlocks is just wow. There was this one tutorial where a user just described the dashboard they needed, and Claude, all on its own, decided what technology to use. It figured out, okay, for this you just need a simple shareable HTML file. But for this other thing, no, you need a more complex Python application for live data. It made the architectural decision.
Look at all this stuff the user didn't have to worry about. All this technical jargon. They didn't need to know any of it. They just had to describe the what. Claude handled the how. It's not just an assistant you give orders to anymore. It's more like a senior developer you're working with.
And look, this isn't just a theoretical thing. When they put Claude 4 up against the other big models in a coding challenge, it really shined. It built better, more interactive UIs, and its game logic actually worked smoother. It even threw in sound effects without being asked. That's just showing off.
And it's not just about making fun little games either. There's this super tough benchmark called SWE Bench where they throw real-world software problems at an AI. And Claude 4 managed to solve almost 73% of them. That's an incredible score for professional level work.
And I think this comment from a user really gets to the heart of it. People who are actually using these tools for their jobs day in and day out, they see the stuff and they get it. This isn't just a cute novelty. For them, it is an absolute game changer.
Okay, so where is all this heading? What's the big picture here? Well, this new level of interactivity really points to a whole new way we're going to work with AI.
What we're really seeing is the AI changing from a simple Q&A bot, a glorified search engine, into something totally different. A dynamic collaborator, a partner that can take your conversational ideas and actually build working tools and prototypes from them.
And the scale of what people are asking for is just mind-blowing. Someone on GitHub posted this incredibly detailed prompt, asking for a whole multi-part learning application built with React, complete with a simulator and a quiz. I mean, we've gone way past asking for a simple diagram here. This is like asking the AI to be your entire software development team, just through a chat.
And that really is the big question, isn't it? If the barrier between having an idea and seeing a working, interactive version of that idea is just a single conversation, what will you ask it to build? What will we create? That opens up a whole new world of possibilities, and that's the exciting shift we wanted to explain today.